Okay, sorry. Hello everyone. Welcome to our subject orientation today. And I hope that you're doing well, doing fine, and doing all right. So, this is actually a combination of all the subjects that I've been handling. So, please bear with me and don't worry, I'll be putting the timestamps when if ever it's already na. Okay? Para hindi kayo mahirapan. Now, what are the different agendas that we will have here in our class? The first one is the subject whereabouts, these expectations, mode of learning, how often do we meet, and how long is our class will be, and the grading system, and of course, the project as well. Now, what is our expectations here in the class? Number one, we will always have a quiz every after the discussion. We will have a midterm and final examination, which will be conducted on site. So, sa school natin siya gaganapin. We'll also be using Grammarly and Turnitin. We will be having our attendance, MS Teams, Google Meet, kasi sabi ko sa inyo hindi tayo magre-record ng ating mga discussion. However, I'll be giving you a separate one, which is kagaya ng ginagawa natin ngayon. And I will be uploading it sa ating MS Teams. Your class manager will check your recitations and your class monitor would check your attendance. So these things are very important in my class. Now, what is a class manager and class monitor? For my new students, especially in art appreciation, I know you don't have idea for this one. I usually give this opportunity to other students na kasi baka mamaya madaming pinapagawa ang school or maraming prof ang pinapagawa those to the class mayor and secretary of the class. So if they want that their students would be so no, rather, if they want to have at least a break, so pwede sila dito. Pwede sila mag-atas nun. Now, what is the duties of a class manager? So he or she will record the recitations for oral and chat box. He or she will counter-check the quizzes na ibibigay ko. Counter-check to the point na twice sem, mm, during midterm and final, every time na nagkakaroon tayo ng quiz, binibigay ko sa inyo yung summary sheet so that uh, you'll be able to see if tama yung mga na-record. Also, the midterm and finals, ayun, but you will receive an additional 0.5 grade in return. Now, the duties of a class mayor, of course, he or she will take screenshots of the class for documentation purposes. Bukod dun sa sa beginning until the end, during the classes, magte-take siya ng picture. But instead of sending it sa group chats, I'll be giving the class monitor an access sa aking FB page na para dun nila ilalagay yung mga documentation like the number, the dates, kung kailan tayo, so mga ganon. He or she will also take the attendance. So, bahala ka kung si class monitor paano siya. Pero I prefer Excel format and nakatali. Okay, so yon para madali siyang i-add at madali siyang gawing grade. He also will remind the class to submit the requirements and he or she will remind the prof since wala akong record, hindi ako maglalagay ng record. This is, I'll be posting it on YouTube para mas madali. And also, but I will be giving it to you. So, sabihan mo ko na, ma'am, it's already Friday, wala pa rin po kayong recording. So, yun. An additional 0.5 will be given to the class monitor as well. So, the mode of learning, it was mandated that it is one month na synchronous. Now, sa klase natin kasi, what we will do is every other week, we'll be having classes. So, every other week naman, meron tayong project consultation. But the rest, it's synchronous. Now, class hours naman natin is the minimum of 1 hour and maximum of 3 hours every other week. Tapos every other week naman nun is a project consultation. So, officially, we'll be meeting for 3 hours. We'll be meeting twice a month. Twice a month tayo magkikita. Kita. Next is the grading system. For quizzes, we'll have 20%, midterm and finals will be 30%, projects and activities 30%, recitation is 17%, and promptness 3%. Total of 100%. The quizzes, we'll be having 20 item quizzes every lesson. So, total of 100 kasi magkakaroon tayo ng 5 different tansya ko 5. Midterm and finals natin, ayun, 30%. So, 15-15 sila. Project natin, so to be announced. And activities, actually, I'll be asking one activity at the end. Pero hindi ako nagbibigay ng activity talaga kasi ang activity natin, it'll be part of your recitation. Lagi tayo magkakaroon ng activity within the discussion. Promptness, this one, I'll be giving this one to the project leaders. Kayo pong magbibigay sa akin ng grade sa mga kaklase ninyo. For example, napapansin natin, ay, teka, medyo hindi okay si kaklase. So, dun po tayo, mga project leaders po, ang bahala para po dyan. Sila po ang magbibigay ng 3%. So, at the end of before the end of the semester, I'll be asking them, kamusta po si, I want you to grade your members out of 20, tapos 3% times 20 points, ayun po yung magiging grade no, ninyo for the promptness. That will be given by their classmates. Now, what will be the additional requirements? Um, this would be at the end of the semester, the students should be able to memorize the following. We'll begin with the vision, the mission, the goals, SOR Bulsu, the Bulsu March, and Bulsu Hymn. Every time na magkakaroon tayo ng meeting, I'll be projecting, we will be reading the vision, mission, goals, SOR Bulsu, and Bulsu, and we will sing Bulsu March and Bulsu Hymn so that little by little, you could memorize it without memorizing it. So, yun. Now, the important dates for the first semester will still be announced and posted in your MS Teams kasi we're still waiting for the calendar. So, I'm sorry for that. Now, subject whereabouts tayo. So, for the subject whereabouts, let us begin first with Eduk 201. So, ang mga student ko sa Eduk 201. The rest, wait lang po muna. Sorry ko. I'll be giving a stamp na lang for other subjects. Wait lang po. Eduk 201. So, we'll begin with Eduk 201. Wait lang. Hindi ko siya maano. So, Eduk 201 tayo. So, Eduk 201, Facilitating Learner-Centered Teaching. Now, in the course descriptions of this one is designed to explore and equip pre-service teachers with the fundamental principles, processes, and practices anchored on the learner-centeredness and other educational psychologies supportive of learning environments as these apply to facilitate various teaching, learning delivery modes to enhance learning. It also includes the demonstration of knowledge, understanding, or of differentiated teaching of the learners, blah, 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 blah. So basically, facilitating learners and learning is more about the learner itself. This is where you will find in our class, napakabigat nito, especially in professional education. Bakit? Mahirap siya in a way kasi na naka-focus tayo sa mga bata and learner-centered. When we say learner-centered, alam ko nakikita nyo to sa mga, you always see this one sa mga, sa mga, tawag dito, 'di ba you're familiar with teacher-centered and learner-centered. Sa learner-centered, yung from history natin, from teacher-centered to learner-centered, ito natin makikita kasi back up siya ng mga theories and also paano natin magagawa. How can we do the learner-centered inside the classroom? So kayo may mga kanya-kanya kayong major, may English, Filipino, Math, Science, Araling Panlipunan, BPED, and what else? May hindi pa ba ako nabanggit? Vitivited. Okay. So, may mga different tayo. So, itong mga to, tuturuan tayo kung paano natin magagawa. We will know in this subject kung paano natin mayu-utilize yung paano natin ituturo yung subject natin. Kasi in teaching, yung professional education nyo and your education is actually not just you learning this stuff. It is learning this stuff and knowing how to teach this stuff. So, ito yon. Dito yung mga techniques and everything. Kaya medyo mabigat yung facilitating learning. Lalo kaya sinasabi ko sa inyo, 3 hours, pwedeng umabot siya ng 3 hours talaga. Kaya bear with me. I will try my best to make this better. Kasi sa child and adolescent development, nagsimula tayo sa cells. Pabigat ng pabigat ng pabigat po, di ba? Kaya lang kasi, dun sa part na yon medyo malayo pa sa atin. We only understand each other nung time na tayo naman ay we understand each other na nung medyo nakaka-relate na kayo and also during your podcast. Alam nyo, you are product of student-centered kaya ang gagaling nyo when it comes to activity. Dati, teacher-centered, naabutan ko yan. when we were in teacher-centered, uh, laging si teacher lang talaga nagtuturo, quizzes, matatapos yung oras mo na ang mga natatawag lang talaga sa klase or ang tatayo lang sa klase ay yung mga matatalino lang talaga kasi sila lang yung makapagsalita. But in student-centered, hindi. Hanggat maaari, lahat tatayo, lahat sila magkakaroon ng chance and madedevelop yung mga ano nila, creativity nila. So, more on groupings. Dati yan, wala kaming groupings or meron man, isang beses lang sa buong grading na siya. Tapos yung project namin would usually be something na tinatago din. Like, for example, magdidikit-dikit, mga ganun. Ngayon kasi yung mga project, it's a big project talaga. Like, you will learn how to video, yung mga ganun na ipapublish. Next is the learning episodes. So with this one, you will know, of course, the learner-centered teaching, the paradigm shift, kung kailan nagsimula yung teacher-centered to student-centered, and also the different learner-centered psychological principles, which is very important because the principles in teaching and learning process will dictate kung anong klaseng teacher tayo talaga. And now, also the motivational and cognitive affective factors of the student. It's very important kung ano-anong motivation ang isang bata. Aside from that, we will also have the social factors and also the individual differences. We would also know the legal policy and frameworks and learner-centered teaching, organizational and management of learner-centered classrooms. So kasama din doon yung anong itsura ng classroom, what kind of classroom should we have. So isa po yun sa tinitingnan natin. Aside anong itsura ng room, kaya makikita natin the importance of these things. We will also have the organizational management of, sorry, learner-centered pedagogy. Lalo na ngayon, meron tayong iba't ibang delivery modalities aside from the face-to-face, blended learning, technology-based, online e-learning, and also distance learning. Now, we also have hybrid learning. So, yun ang additional natin. Titingnan natin what is hybrid learning. Aside from that, we will also know the different learner-centered teaching. Meron tayong mga formal, yung ALS, meron din tayo ng alternative delivery modes which were offered by the DepEd to students. We will also have the methods and strategies. Ayan, madami tayong method and strategies and other things as well. We will also know the learner-centered lesson plans, ano may mga kasama sa detailed, at saka yung daily lesson log. Usually, daily lesson log is given to the public students na din, public na. And now, for your project sa Eduk 201, is your project is we will have a research collaboration. So, each class will be divided into 6 groups except for math and science. Sa math and science, 4 groups lang sila per section. Now, you will conduct a qualitative research with a maximum of 10 participants. You will interview and focus group discussions lang tayo. Topics will come from anything about the facilitating learning ng lessons natin. So, EdDuc. This collaboration is every other week. So, after, di ba meron tayong discussion this week, in the following week, magkakaroon tayo ng research. Now, what is my role? I'll be editing at the end of at the end, of course, I will do the grammar editing, and aside from them, the structure, and I will be your consultant. So, I will discuss how to make a research, kasama yun sa gagawin natin, and I will help you all throughout your journey. Now, this project will be presented wait lang tayo sa ano natin. Wait tayo sa ating calendar. So wait lang. This project shall also be published online. So dito papasok yung research collaboration because ang research collaboration natin, I would like to be the co-author of your work. Now, bakit co-author si ma'am? Kasi po, I'll be helping you all throughout your journey. So, I will serve as your advisor and I will redirect you sa mga tamang gagawin. Now, what is the good thing about research? First of all, the idea of this research collaboration is this. One, kaya ko kayo nila magkaroon ng research work kasi lahat po ng nakikita kong libro natin ngayon is usually research-based. And I want to know more about your major. So, hanggat maaari, yung lessons ninyo, ang i-interviewin nyo ay teachers din ng inyong mga major. For example, science, teachers ng science, ng math, dun tayo huhugot. Kasi yung mga lessons natin dito, titignan natin kung okay ba siya talaga or ano yung malalaman natin. And of course, you will share it in front of the class. We actually do this in our activities. Kaya lang bakit siya naiiba-iba? Kasi yung activities natin, kaya po siya nagkakaroon ng iba-ibang bagay-bagay sa buhay. Kasi nga, hindi siya napapublish. So, that's what I want to publish it. So, since collaboration tayo, papublish natin siya, which will be part of your everything. Now, ano yung kagandahan sa inyo? Ano yung magdudulot nito? Of course, credentials, yung pinaghirapan nyo, it will be access online. Hindi na siya mawawala. Yung project nyo, makikita nyo. And pwede nyo siyang gawing springboards to a springboard for your research sa fourth year as well. Aside from that, of course, mas lalo kayo makakakilala ng mga teachers under your major as well. So you might be inspired because of this research as well. Now, ano maganda nito sa akin? Well, number one is I am planning talaga na mas malaman yung mga possibilities sa facilitating learning. Kasi ang bigat ng subject niya and I want to know more about it through your eyes, through your major as well. Aside from that, of course, since group effort into, that's why I would like also to have a credit as well. So next is anong dulot nito sa school? Sa school, every accreditation will be submitting out all of your work. I will be submitting that sa school. So, ipapasa natin siya so that would be the collaboration research natin lahat. So, ipapa-bookbind natin. Lahat siya ha, hindi yung paisa-isa. As a section and table of contents. Gagawa tayo ng parang journal type na yun ipapasa natin. That would be your collection and for the school collection. Lalagay natin siya sa library. Now, pero, of course, I want you to publish it online sa mga libreng journals as well. Now, you could also, if you would like to, pwede mo rin siyang i-present. You can also present that in other things. So, pwede natin siyang gawing ganon. So, we will present it. Details of presentation will be given. Bali, ang bala ko is magkakaroon tayo ng, hindi naman para siyang research summit na i-organize ninyo na ipe-present nyo siya sa mga iba't ibang ka-major ninyo na under ko na Educ 201. And you could also invite other people. So I want you to present what you've learned based on your research. So yun yung sa research collaboration natin. Now your project, the format will be given and discussed thoroughly. Date of presentation would be posted after the calendar is released. And how will you be graded? So the presentation, completeness, and publish. So dito din manggagaling yung 3% ng promptness ninyo. This will come from your leader. Now, dito naman tayo sa EDUC 306, the Field Study 1 Observation and Experimental Learning. Ito yung mga ates and kuyas ninyo. Now, the course will engage future teachers to actual classroom situations and learning environment where direct observation of teaching and learning episodes that focus on the application of education theories, learn in content, and pedagogy courses will be made. So, ito yung mga mag-o-observe na kayo. Now, ano yung mga learning episodes ninyo? Policies and guidelines, so CMOs, all of the CMOs ng SUKS, mandating, deployment of pre-service teachers on experimental learning, yung cooperating schools, check natin yan, didiscuss natin yan, paano ba sila napipili na maging cooperating schools, ano ba yung qualification ng isang teacher. May dear students, may qualification ng isang teacher, kaya sila nagiging cooperating teacher. Dapat siyan 5 years, minimum of 3 I think. Kasi kailangan may matutunan kayo sa kanila. Ayun. So the key person in their roles, key person as a supervisor, career stages of the Philippine Professional Standards. This one you need to memorize this one kasi kasama po siya sa exam sa BLEP, expectations nyo sa beginning teacher, and of course, suggested timeline of activities for PSD experience. The school online visit observation. So you'll be visiting schools and you will check if the classroom facilities support learning, important components of classroom management, learners' behaviors and need, and interview of a teacher. So you'll be interviewing teacher, preferably hindi tiga Maneses campus, hanggat maaari naman sana. We also did the learner's behavior and motivation, so you observe nyo rin siya, kasama yun sa di-discuss natin. Aside from that, we will also have the teacher as a person. So ano yan, memorize yan, the code of ethics of professional teachers, personal qualities of a teacher, skilled teacher in the classroom, school, and the society, the duties and responsibilities of a teacher in school and teaching. So those are the different learning episodes. And for your project, this is individual, but one project. Your final work is to produce a portfolio. However, in addition to that, it should be compiled as one. You will compile it and create one big project. It would be your book of projects. So, meron siyang isang book, tapos yun yung buong portfolio ninyo. Nandun yung names, nandun yung mga evidences, and also names, evidences. Aside from that, lalagyan natin ng table of contents. So, para tayong gagawa ng isang libro that you will publish. Ngayon, each student will have each chapter's experience. And ganun din yung theme nila. So, the designs, of course, will be individual. So, bahala kayo kung paano nyo siya gustong gawin. So, pero meron tayong mga components na gagawin doon. All students will submit their portfolio on time and students who will be late shall receive INC. Huwag nyo nang intayin. Kaya nga tayo, may promptness dito. Now, ano yung mga components ng portfolio natin? I have already told you na bibigyan ko kayo ng separate list. Meron tayong mga tatanggalin. So, I'll be announcing it later on na lang. So, sa portfolio natin, it's a big project, but it's a group, as in whole project siya. Kumbaga may magko-compile lang. Tapos iba-iba siya ng designs per chapter. Depende sa sasabit nyo. But you will be printing this one as well. Now, hindi ko na siya i-discuss further kasi I will change it pa. I will have a separate orientation for this project. Okay. Okay? So first, wait muna sa lahat. Wait lang. Now, Cognate 301 or English for Special Purposes. Now, this course is known as a approach teaching as a foreign language or second language. Before, when I was in college, sinasabi ko sa inyo lagi that when I was in college, I thought that the teaching and learning process is only for um, dun lang tayo nakakulong sa classroom. But actually, it's not. Actually, right now, I am in MIFAT's training school. We've been teaching English to flight attendant students. So, if you would like to become a flight attendant, you can also come here in MIFATs. So, isa siya sa pwede nating gawin. We could create module for professionals. So, ito yung ESP. Now, the learning episodes would be the overview of ESP. So, ano ba yung ESP? Central ESP components. So, ito yung mga gagawin natin. We will also have the origin and development of ESP, courses design in ESP, the syllabus, how to make a syllabus, syllabus design, and of course, we will evaluate textbooks. Now, for your project, the class will be divided into 6 groups. So each groups will be assigned to create a syllabus of some areas for ESP. They must have references, interviews, video, and other materials that can support their syllabus. The syllabus will be presented online to the class. So now, each of you will be grouped into this one. For business, we have Group 1, insurance industry, cooperative, and banking. Group 4 for the multimedia broadcasting, trimedia, TV network, radio, and print. Group 5, multimedia, internet, and video broadcasting. And the group 6 is for cabin crews. Now, ano yung magiging ano nyo? For example, ako ay isang teacher ng Business English ng ESP. Ngayon, may isa akong client na marine engineer siya. He's a marine engineer. Ngayon, gusto daw niya na magkaroon ng knowledge about insurance industry kasi balak niyang maging FA or balak niya magtayo ng insurance company. Kasi yun ang balak niyang gawing retirement. And ayaw niya na maging parang, he doesn't want it na magmukha siyang walang alam. So I would like to know about the ESL, the insurance industry. how will you help me? As an ESP teacher, what I will do is to create a syllabus and also create a module about insurance industry. What are the different jargons that I need to know in ESP? What are the different things that I what are the different things that I should know in the insurance industry? What are the different skills that I should know in insurance industry? So yun, gagawa si teacher na, magre-research siya and gagawa si teacher na isang syllabus. Same as kunwari, gusto ko naman kunwari, galing ako sa construction. Tapos bigla ko naisip mag-apply dun sa ABS-CBN as a part of the TV network. Ayan, gusto ko mag-invest. So gusto ko siyang pag-aralan. So as an ESP teacher, gagawa ka ng syllabus, gagawa ka ng lessons para malaman nila kung paano yon. So, gagawa ka ng sample. So, yun na ituturo mo sa kanya. So, that is ESP. That is what they usually do. Now, the syllabus should be also uploaded online to educational sites such as SlideShare. So, para marami kayong matulungan na other people as well. So, kasama yung sige-gradean natin will be graded the published one na na-publish na siya sa sites. We will also grade what else? I want you to grade, of course, the promptness is also graded by your leaders. So, sa leader, bibigyan ko sila ng 3% ng inyong magiging total grade. So, sa kanila manggagaling yun. So, yun. Now, for the art appreciation for my last class, mga bata, okay. So, the course description is the visual elements and principles of art. My dear students, don't worry kasi in art appreciation, hindi tayo magdodrawing. Nakalagay na nga sa word itself, it's art appreciation. We will be appreciating arts. So, from the sculpture, architecture, graphics, it emphasis on basic approaches to understanding works of art and the development of personal interpretations highly emphasized. Students will explore thematic through slide presentations, class discussion, and excerpt reading. So marami tayong gagawin in this hour class. Now, course description. So we will begin with the introduction of art, various concepts of art, aesthetics, factors affecting the art style, major forms or genre of art. Ayan, we will discuss that. Wait lang. Namaliyat ako ng pindot. Wait. Wait lang po. Okay. Elements of visual arts will also be discussed. Ayan, so marami yan for pattern, texture. So, history of art will also be discussed. Aside from that, we will also have, ayan, madaming history. Okay. Madami na yan. Um, hmm. Ay, mali. Ay, wait lang. Okay. So, yun madi-discuss natin in our class. So, lahat yun. So, we'll have a lecture discussion about it. Now, for your project, the project is per group but class effort. Lagi tayong ganito. The class shall be divided into 5. Each group must choose at least one region in the Philippines. Walang magkakatalo-talo. The class will create a virtual museum and your creativity is the limit. In this virtual museum, you will tour your audience to different art-related things that can be found in your region. So isa siyang during the presentation, each breakout rooms corresponds to one region. The designs of each room must be a theme depending on your class. During the presentation, you're expected to invite guests, and of course, the many guests that you have, of course, this would be the many grade you will receive as well. This will also be posted live on your teacher's Facebook page. So just imagine, magkakaroon tayo ng virtual tour. So you'll be a tour guide. So that is, even if you are a Filipino, you will still use Filipino language. So Filipino class yata. Oo, tama. So you will also use the Filipino language. So you will tour them para kang nagkakaroon kayo ng virtual. Magandang umaga po. Kami po ay ang mga Pilipino at kayo po ay welcome sa aming museum. So po yun mga gagawin natin. Sama natin yung lahat, dire-diretso. And then, tutur natin sila. Ito ang Region 1. Sa Region 1, ganito makikita nyo. So, different sa mga art. Depende na yan sa inyong mga style. Okay. So, yun lang naman po yung ating project. So, further questions I will entertain it, don't worry. So yun lamang po. Thank you for listening to our orientation. Mabuhay kayong lahat. Bye!